Now I'd like to introduce Michael, and he'll go through a little bit about what Dataflex is.
Thank you, Stephen. Whilst we're still trying to get the projector going, I'll introduce myself. So I'm Michael Cefai. I'm the one of the directors of Dataflex Solutions. Dataflex was founded about 26 years ago. I used to be the GM of Acer Computer Australia for about 12 years, and I left about 12 months ago to form the Southern Region Office of Dataflex, and formed a strategic relationship with Dell. We specialise in notebook and tablets for student programs, including finance and insurance. We do BYOD solutions, and it's quite interesting. Yesterday, one of the Microsoft presenters actually called BYOD "Bring Your Own Disaster," as opposed to device. So it's quite interesting on everyone's view. Cloud computing, networking, help desk solutions, mass deployment. We have our own cloud solution that we deploy federally. We have a consultancy division that designs networks for Centrelink Medicare out of Canberra. We have our own warehouse and distribution facility in Canberra, where we do mass deployments for large federal organisations. From a local perspective, two subjects. We've partnered with Versa to do that local deployment. Versa is the deployment arm and integration arm of Dell nationally, and they have quite a large warehouse in Camberfield. So we've formed a good relationship there for deployment. But also, in addition to that, we've just went into a strategic partnership with Mahindra, one of the largest IT outsourcing organisations out of India. So from a Dataflex perspective, that gives us a lot of depth in what we can do in the IT side. Some of our reference sites, we've supplied over 60,000 PCs nationwide over the last 12 months. 30,000 to Centrelink. We've had that account for about 15 years now, 16 years. 15,000 units to Medicare. So wherever there's a Centrelink or Medicare office, that's a deployment by Dataflex. New South Wales Police is about 10,000. And Department of Education, Dell listed us as one of the only dealers under the Dell contract on Department of Ed. Vic Health Network, and our case study, which I'll go into, is we won Nossal High last year for their Notebook for Student program. Before I go on to Nossal, just Will was talking about prices going up for Dell due to the exchange rate. When I was GM at Acer, that applies to every vendor that's an importer. For every cent that the exchange rate drops, the dollar drops, the import cost increases by 2%. So, and it depends how quickly prices go up, depends on how far out the importer has hedged on the exchange rate. It might be 3 to 6 months, and then you'll see movement. So if someone hasn't moved, as soon as their hedge rate expires, it will go up by whatever the cents dropped, and just double it.
Mike, do all the players hedge and by what amount in terms of weeks?
Very simple. There's two factors there. There's they either hedge 1 month at a time, or they hedge 3 to 6 months at a time. And how much they hedge in terms of dollars, US dollars and Aussie dollars, depends how quickly they consume at the old rate. Right? So how much they buy. They might buy 4 million at a certain exchange rate, and they've hedged 3 to 6 months out. So no matter what, hook or by crook, if someone hasn't put their price up, they will. Doesn't matter what brand, even if it's down to a TV that's imported. Every cent it drops, your import costs go up 2%. Okay, Dataflex Nossal case study. So we won this account late last year for the so no projector at all. Finished. That's all right. So we won this account late last year. We rolled out about 250 notebooks from year 9 to 12. We customised a portal where the parents can log in. So this wasn't a school buy; it was the school negotiated the actual contract price, and then to shift the risk from the school, it went to Dataflex. Each parent would order online and pay us individually, and then we would raise the order on Dell, and then they would deploy to the school for the parents to collect. So that's one path. The other path, obviously, is the school buys under a lease or something like that, you know, the 250 or 300 notebooks. But there's two paths there, so we can do all those paths. And obviously we included an insurance option, which was about 98% take-up. And then we staged the deployment as per the school requirements. Now also, under the Department of Ed contract, we've set up a Vic education portal. So whatever you see under the Dell Department of Ed contract pricing on their website, you can order online from Dataflex. Now, we did our own little hedging Dataflex, so we come in on multiple products a little bit less than the contracted sell price on the Department of Ed for Dell. But don't tell Dell that, all right? All right, Mike? So we're quite aggressive. We can actually save you dollars if you come through a reseller. Some of the partnerships which I think contributed to today's event. So due to my history with Intel and Microsoft, I did leverage them, and I got some funding for this event. So Intel and Microsoft and Dell are strategic partnerships for us at a senior level. Now also, with Miff being here and Susan from Microsoft, we've got an offer where you can get some free PD for your school. There's an offer, I believe, in the bags that we've handed out.
Actually, Mike, sorry, it's on the table out here.
It's on the table outside. So there is some free PD from Microsoft that's on offer today in terms of for you to take up at a future date, which Miff will go through in more detail, and which includes also skills for today's workforce. Put that slide there, Susan. So now, why Dataflex? Basically, we're a one-stop shop for all products and services. So, and we're quite competitive, if not more competitive, on the Dell product than Dell's. So please give us a go. We support Australian SMEs. I mean, with so many people getting retrenched these days, what we're after is job retention and creation, as opposed to all these jobs being sucked out of Melbourne and going to Sydney. Senior support from many third parties due to size of reference sites. So, like I said before, we've got Centrelink, Medicare. These are large accounts. We've had those repeat accounts for about 12 to 15 years, which we deploy around 20 to 30 mil a year to them out of Canberra. And so we're not just a box dropper. We can be a box dropper, but we're also a solutions provider, down from the networking, outsource of help desk solutions, and with Mahindra being a strategic partner now and actually an investor in our organisation, we can do a far lot more from application development, etc., etc. We support a local charity out of Victoria, which is TLC for Kids. The Starlight Foundation is a very good charity too. That one's based out of Sydney, and I'm supporting the one based out of Melbourne. And that's it. Thank you. Oh, by the way, there will be a survey handed out which lists all the Dell offerings. So if you could fill that out before you leave today. Thank you.